In today's video, we will be learning how to locate legislation. Before we begin, it would help to recognize the different types of legislation that we will come across. First, we have the Constitution. This is the supreme law of the land. Next, we have statutes, otherwise known as acts. These are passed through Parliament and given presidential assent before they are implemented. Each act has its own given chapter number, which is often shortened to cap. It should be noted that not all statutes have the word act in them, such as the Women's Charter and Penal Code. Finally, we have subsidiary legislation. While acts deal with broad legal principles, subsidiary legislation deal with details such as procedures, administrative matters, and technical standards that have to be in place in order to implement the act. These are often issued by ministries and linked to a particular act. You can recognize them by the words regulation and rules. So where can I locate Singapore laws? You have two options. You can either search for them on LawNet, the main legal database for Singapore, or you can search for them on Singapore Statutes Online, which is hosted on the Attorney General's website. While both are more or less the same and search in the same manner, it should be noted that Singapore Statutes Online is freely available to the public, whereas LawNet requires a subscription. For the purpose of this video, we shall be using Singapore Statutes Online. Let's begin. Once you're on Singapore Statutes Online, you should see a search form on the home page. Singapore Statutes Online is better for current legislation, whereas LawNet is better for historical ones, but also keeps the current ones there as well. Here you should be able to see that you can search by act and subsidiary legislation, as well as cap number or subsidiary legislation number if there is any. You should also be able to browse for acts and legislation, and this is useful in this event that you might not know the precise wording of things, but know how it begins more or less. Let's say we want to look for the Legal Profession Act. What you have to do is type in the keyword Legal Profession and click Current Acts. Note that you should be very precise with the words that you're searching for, because if you search for profession with an S, it might not bring up anything, but profession without an S may. Click on the search bar, and it should bring up the result, with the Legal Profession Act being the first of them. Note the small icon at the side. If it has an A on it, it means it's an act. If it has an S on it, as we will see later, it means it's a subsidiary legislation. If you click on the Legal Profession Act, you will open up the full act. On the sidebar, you will see the different sections that you can jump through, a PDF that you can download, and you can see the legislative history at the very end of the sidebar. Alternatively, you can also search by the cap number. For Legal Profession Act, we are aware that the cap number is 161. Once you click search, you will realize that it not only shows all the acts, but every single subsidiary legislation associated to it. Searching for subsidiary legislation is more or less the same process. Let's say we want to look for the qualified persons rules. All you have to do is write the title, click current subsidiary legislation, and then click search. And there you have it. If you click on the Legal Professions Qualified Persons rules, you should see that it also links to the chapter that it covers, as well as the relevant sections. That's it for searching for legislation. If you have any other questions, email library@snu.edu.sg. Thank you for watching.